Gen going to be able to believe in the sort of the innovation that Secret's coming in, this Centaur Warrunner support that nobody else is playing right now? Is he gonna make the magic happen here?
I feel like the Secret Tricore is very strange, at least to me. I can see why they went for it. Nature's Prophet, very good against Morphling. Though I kind of like what Entity have. I think it is very much their bread and butter. Even if they haven't played this much Morphling, Pure is an incredible morph. It's a pretty good morph game. He is laning against Nature's Prophet, but again, he is covered by his support, the Chen, who's gonna make this lane a bit easier for him. So I would look for him to have a good game, really.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting ourselves into this one. Game 1 of the best of 5 here. Team Secret versus Entity, fighting for that one spot that will take you direct to the International 2020. Here we go. Started off. I'll smoke up outside of the base to try and position. Vision. Same time. And in terms of the early lane matchups, so are we going to see any sort of matchups try to be forced by either side?
I wouldn't say necessarily forced, but it is definitely nice, as I touched on, if the Gen is against the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Top lane by default should be super favored for Secret, at least as far as I'm concerned. You have 2 melee heroes, the Shaker Undying against Razor. Even the fact alone that it's a Razor carry against these heroes will make that lane very good. He has a Pulse 5 Centaur, which again, I don't know how good this hero is, but if your carry has a good matchup and then you're the Pulse 5 Centaur, I'm sure the lane will be absolutely fine for you.
Let's see. So far in this run,
the battle
qualifiers
begins.
Entity drop a single game. Flawless. Secret, they've had some highs, some lows as well. Make it here. Important series. Long day, but that extra bit of warming up will work in their advantage.
They've at least got the momentum on their side, for sure. Yeah. They've been playing the whole day and like smashing people with some, doing some good stuff with your Centaur. It definitely also shows that their preparation has been working out. I'm sure they also have heroes in this game that they feel good about. And also something to definitely keep an eye on is going to be this mid matchup. I know that it is at least supposedly TA favorite, and I don't think this has changed. So also we'll need to see if Nisha will continue to have a good game, as he has done pretty much all tournaments so far.
Been incredibly reliable, Nisha. Mid performances. Many a game here for Secret. Matchup top lane. Down Kataomi. Seen this a few times now from a few teams. So what's your thoughts on Undying in the core role? What does this sort of enable in the hero when you're given this priority?
The hero just seems to lane very well with the new decay, where you don't lose this HP, and also you push out waves really fast with this hero nowadays. You have a little higher damage later on, then your decay deals more damage to the creeps. But it's overall just about the levels and the tankiness. You hit all these timings like a lot faster. Your laning stage is really amped up, as you can see even up top. They're playing this double melee lane into Razor, but they're applying a lot of pressure. They're ahead in the CS, and Crystallis is already on 40% HP in this lane.
Consistent spam here from Toby. Very, very low. Kataomi also able to grab the creeps, be able to make them meet.
Radiance
It takes a lot of damage for it, and we'll be able to snipe his courier. Got out after delivery's been made.
Roots and run. That's mine. Denied.
So far, pretty good. 8 for 5 here on the last hits and denies. Sort of pressure so far in this lane. I mean, will this change, or does this just sort of be a pretty safe lane for the Morph to farm in? Is there ever really any potential of wrecking Pure?
I would say that the only real way for them to change, so we have a little bit of harass top, is around the time where Rezo gets level 3, because sure, he will still steal a Treant, but you have one more. So instead of just having one, you're going to have 2 Treants, so that's going to help a little bit. But unless Secret gets to apply pressure within like the next 2 minutes of him getting that second level in Treants, then that lane later on doesn't really become much better. Sure, you will pressure the tower a bit with Nature's Prophet, but if in the next 2 minutes they don't shut down Pure, they will not do it afterwards either.
Do you sort of see any potential for any of those early moves to add an extra hero into the mix in any of these side lanes to try and catch out any of the cores early?
So Stormstormer is playing an Exort build, so there's not too many moves that are going to go into the mid lane, I believe. At least not from Entity side. Secret could look for plays later, and they definitely want to. When you do play this Nature's Prophet in the offlane, it's one of the most tempo-reliant heroes in the game, which means if you have plays to speed up the game, it's very good for you. Like, Tusk can potentially roam mid, and then Nature's Prophet can go there. But the Entity don't really have the same option. They can look to counterplay it with the Earthshaker. So I would say the only real place we're going to see is that Secret should really be eyeing this mid lane later with Tusk and the Nature's Prophet rotation.
Far in the mid. 16 for 12 against their 14. Creep being denied in the mid lane between the two. Stormstormer just a little bit more from Nisha. A few eyes in there as well, of course. Top lane. 17 and 4. Well, now him basically dead even on the top lane.
Whoa, mid lane.
Take Stormstormer down here. The Ice Wall. Weren't able to stay on top of him there, but an early attempt here to bring down the Invoker Rezo. Showing his face. Just Nisha. Someone's going to be fine. Survives the attempt. He'll be able to continue to CS in the lane if Rezo has to step back to bottom. Get a here. The Fishman is around to help out though. Zayat is very, very low. Pure waveforms in. Get the kill, but not before on the other side of the map. Crystallis was able to claim that first blood, taking down Toby.
Looks like they must have clipped the Undying top, maybe with a slow into the center stomp. Looks like the eventual pressure of top lane is too strong from the Razor. I mean, I was already a little surprised how well the Undying was doing, but I think with the changes, it's not too crazy that he was doing good for like 4 or 5 minutes now. The Secret get this eventual kill on them, which is great. In the meantime, Pure gets himself a little kill on bottom too as Fishman here.
Traps. Pure can really do in time to be able to help out. Secret flying kills now in both side lanes. 6-minute mark.
I like what Zayat is doing here again in the enemy jungle, especially around the 5-6 minute mark, nighttime. Not only do you get to go in like an aggressive area to scout things out, you get to place vision, which he just did, and you can potentially set up the play around mid that we've already touched on. You do have the TA traps now, and we all know Exort Invoker not really the best at protecting himself, if at all.
Try earlier movement. See this focus around the mid lane. Coming in, Rezo. Look for the setup there behind the tower. Backup is here, Entity. They've got Fishman and Katomi. Ready once again to just make sure that Stormstormer's going to be perfectly fine. They'll get a bit of damage done to the tower. Fresh with the Treant, Secret, same time top, Puppy. Trying to fight Toby here. He really wants the tombstone, but he's taking a lot of damage for it. And will lose his life for that one. Back in the mid, Nisha also gets caught. The Ice Wall gets laid down. He's not able to escape. That's a big kill in the mid. And on that top lane, a very easy kill there for Toby.
Well, definitely nice plays from Entity all around the board. I do think the way that Secret engaged the mid play in both times has been less than ideal. I feel like they're forcing it a little too much. I like that you can see that the idea is there and they know what they want to play for. But I believe that currently at this point they're trying to do it a little Like they're not patient enough to make the play, and then in the meantime, Toby, he drops his Tomb top, gets out a little bait, and actually gets a kill on Puppey. That was pretty interesting too.
Ah, he's going to be very happy with that one. I mean, you see at the moment, second highest in the net worth here, Toby on the off lane and dying. Very much showing its strength, even in this matchup where, well, a melee hero against a Razor, he's just not, you've not felt any sort of pressure from that whatsoever.
No, not at all. His item build actually is very cool and Undying. I think he just understands, okay, it's a type of lane, you will not beat Razor by right-clicking, so he has spent all his money on mana regen, which is not just good for him, but also for his Earthshaker. So, Sage Mask, Basilius, Raindrop, now Arcane Boots. Just very good build by him, completely understanding the matchup that he's playing into.
Make a go on him now. Tombstone has the ult. So there's going to be any sort of help for him. Fisher comes into play, or trying to heal up with the Soul Rip. Might have a chance of bringing Christmas down in return. Catsoby's in with the stun. Indeed, they'll be able to find the trade. Puppey is sort of trapped in it, trying to find a way out, but the zombies are building up upon him. Katsomi stays on top of him as the zombies, they're killing him off. Toby gets the double kill. I mean, this top lane is turning into a bit of a mess, but a bit of a beautiful mess, I think, here for Toby, as he'll happily go down for that one.
I mean, Owen, you asked me why they play offlane Undying.
I mean, this is why, yeah. I mean, Secret just don't, it just seems like they don't really know how to deal with it. It's just working at a pretty deadly level. 3 kills now for Toby in this top lane. You got to be careful. You don't want to mess with this man. If you try and go for the kill, you're going to both die.
Yeah, Undying is just the type of hero where you need to truly understand whether or not you can kill him from full to zero, because if you don't, it's just a situation where you will get turned around on, right? He's gonna pop his ult, get some HP, heal himself, drop the tomb. So I feel like right now Secret are trying a little too hard to make their plays work. And now, since some of their last plays have failed, I don't really blame them if they feel a bit of pressure right now, because Rezo is not too happy on the Nature's Prophet yet. He's going for an interesting build, which is the Vessel Rush, actually. Considering that he's playing against Chen, Morphling, and Undying, I can definitely see this one work out. So he's going to look to get involved a little bit. But if he wants to have a good timing on this Vessel, Secret need to hit a few of these moves.
Sure. So yeah, already the early network lead starting to favor towards Entity. Got Puppey. Pretty dead here, Cold Snap. Enough of a setup for Entity to clean up another kill top lane. Aggression from Zayats and Chrysalis, but not able to find a kill out of this one. In fact, they've got to roll away. Katsuomi's able to get a fantastic angle. Blocks off the escape of Zayats. This top lane is going to end another kill here into the hands of Toby's Undying.
Entity are moving the heroes very beautifully around the map right now. So now seeing that Pure has had a very good early game, and similar to what I said, they didn't get to pressure him with the one Nature's Prophet timing they had, and instead he is now very farmed on the Morphling, and he can protect his bottom lane for a long time. Remember back in the draft where I said that their cores are very similar? Well, they picked a third hero who's basically one more of that. They don't have too many rotations around other than the Nature's Prophet, and now they've missed a few timings. You're not going to have Nisha run bottom and help Rezo to take this tower, so Pure's just going to live rent-free in this bottom lane and just farm everything.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely concerning if you look at what Pure's been able to get away with down here. Top net worth by a clean 1,000. You know, the CS far ahead of anyone else. Yeah, it's a complete free farm here on a Morphling. And we've seen many times kind of what consistently happens when Pure gets complete free farm. Very little teams stand any sort of a chance against it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And this is a pretty good Morph game. So now, though, for Secret, at least on the flip side, Nisha is still doing very well on the TA. The TA Morph matchup is a little bit weird. If you have help from your team as the TA and you force the Morphling to have to strength up, it's pretty good because he loses more armor, then you start hitting him with the Death Zone, you can actually be pretty scary. So right now, since the game is not as good as Secret would like it to be, they should look to Nisha, help him get this Desolator, and then look to involve his hero a little bit and help him get involved in the game. Because right now, he can't. His objective is going to be to farm.
It's pressure here coming from Entity. Will succeed. Taking it down. We'll see Puppey put the Stampede. A little snowball coming in as well. The Ice Wall will be laid out though. And Entity, they're ready to turn this fight around. The Slam goes down. They've taken out Puppey. They'll get Zayats as well out of this one. Secret, they've got to run. There's no fight to be had here.
See ya.
Right. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, Pure, can you finish this off? Oh, nice Sprout. Rezo will be able to block off the morph momentarily, but the waveform, it's still going to be able to close the gap. Entity, they'll get 3 kills. They're now up to a 3K lead. Been playing around with Nisha as well, making sure he doesn't have the easiest time of farming his own triangle.
So I think for Secret right now, I mean, Entity are just playing really well. The way they are positioned on the map is very good, but so far it's mainly Secret making plays and they're not really working out. If you're Secret, I think right now they need to understand that their kills don't really happen that fast. They don't have that much burst damage, right? And they're playing against heroes who are really good at turning plays. Undying Tombstone heal, there's a Chen heal, there's a long-range Fissure. So unless your plays really happen fast and you snap a guy out of the game, Secret need to be a little more aware of where they fight and how many heroes Entity actually have in the area. Because they're always ready and they will counterplay you like this every single time.
They're ready to return towards the bottom. Pressure starting to show here from Resolution. They want to deal with this. These are coming in. And get the setup onto Rezo. There's the burst. There's the opening. Sunstrike connects. Rezo goes down. An easy catch and kill there for Entity as Rezo shows his face close to the tower.
Yeah, for now, it's just really all Entity. For Secret, of course, they're not going to feel great with the position they're in, but they're only down 3k gold. They have a bit of a greedy support in the Centaur and the Tusk, where they both somewhat need items. So right now, I think they need to slow down the game a little bit. Let Rezo get his Vessel. He's very close. Perhaps give a lane to Puppey, and then really they need to keep farming the map. Right now, they cannot fight into Entity. Their draft is not really designed to do it. They're also behind in the game. And I think soon enough, Entity will force the first Roche. And I'm kind of interested to see how Secret respond to that one.
Sure, sure. And I feel as well with Secret's lineup, how easy is it for all these heroes to kind of find the space to get this farm that they need at this stage? Because it feels like kind of a pretty greedy lineup in terms of the 3 cores and then the areas of the map that they want to be clearing. It feels like there's a crossover.
There absolutely is a crossover, 100%. The good thing for you is that you have a Nature's Prophet who can potentially farm like very iffy areas that maybe other heroes can't. But without having vision on the map, that is also not really easy to do. So Secret are kind of in the position where it's very hard for them to play this game right now. Like their next moves are very important.
So they can make a move here on the mid. Go for Toby. So they will get the kill. Stampede also allows them to safely disengage. But Entity can catch anyone out of this. They can't. The Stampede enough to split Secret apart. So they get in, they get the kill, they get out.
That was very nicely played. Definitely making the most of the situation at that point. So that is absolutely how they can fight. Looks like even the only option that they can do it at this point is that they find someone and they hold the Stampede to then disengage after. They hope to kill the guy fast enough. As soon as he drops low, Stampede run away so that the Tombstone and Cold Snaps and all Ice Walls, whatever, that they don't slow you down. So very nicely played by them.
Back off, at least hold off from making the next move, I'd imagine, until they have Stampede available once again. Very well as panic to get them out after they find that opportunity to make a quick move. Blink daggers, Kataomi, 1500 to this. Able to find Zayat Step. Dagger done. Between that and the bots, ready to be all across the map. Again, just these items that Entity are getting out make it that little bit easier to respond, even quicker, or favorable positions that they're able to jump back against Secret when Secret try and go for these.
Yeah, it's time for Entity to go Roche. Pure has played the bot area long enough. He held the tower alive for a long time. He got all the farm going, and now they're far ahead. They have a very good Roche lineup. You have Chen, you have Morph, you have Undying as well with the Tombstone. And now here, this is a very... Okay, as we have a Stampede coming in.
Aggressive Stampede here from Puppey to try and start the action off, but doesn't look like the rest of his team really want to get involved in this one. As Puppey goes down, Entity, they'll resume the Roshan. Zayas, he's hovering around the edge of the pit, but there's just no way they're getting in on this. As Entity, they're able to take it down, get the Aegis into the hands of Pure. Just a little bit ambitious there from Puppey on the leader.
Yeah, definitely. Perhaps not feeling good enough, about giving Roche to your enemy, but sadly, sometimes the truth is you have to give it to them. So do you rather just give them the Roche, or do you want to give them Roche and kills? And sometimes it's just hard to let go in that situation, but I do think for Secret moving forward, they want to hold the Stampede as they showed in the mid-fight prior. They wanted to disengage or to kite around the fight a little bit. But either way, nice job by Entity. They go for the objective that they need. They finish up the Roshan, and now they're also getting closer. Not even just close. They just finished the Blink Dagger on Kataomi. So this is going to allow them to actually play faster around the map. And they have two plays now. You force this top tier 2 tower, or if you already see very clearly that Secret will not fight you, you can smoke across the map. Because right now you're in a position where Secret don't really deserve to farm that much of the map with the heroes that Entity have.
And as you mentioned in the draft that we're going to be a bit concerned if Kataomi got one of his 2 heroes that he's been popping off, and we really are seeing it so far this game again. 208, high involvement on the kills. Yeah, with this Blink Dagger added into the mix nice and early for him. Secret, they better be scared. Bottom lane, Stormstormer. The setup on Resolution, no chance of a TP out here. The 4 of them surrounding him.
Blink Invoker, very cool. Seeing it this early. I mean, Stormstormer, a Invoker specialist. He's been Grandmaster or whatever this tier is called for as long as I play this game. So this guy definitely knows its ins and outs of this hero. Now Entity, they TP'd all their heroes to bottom. Very likely that they're gonna look to soon get out of here, start connecting with their Morphling again, who I haven't talked about more that much, but Pure is just rocking this network chart. And there's really no surprise there with the start that he's had.
Yeah, completely free farm in that lane down bottom. And as I say, there's when you kind of give Pure that sort of start, he's going to start hitting these insane numbers. Skadi just 800 gold away, 20 minutes in. So you're looking at this Manta Skadi Morphling, which is pretty terrifying for Secret, especially when you consider obviously that they're running a 3 range core right-clicking lineup. I mean, the Skadi's going to be their worst nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. That's a
He's up with a 2-man slam. They'll put the Stampede, but Puppey is already dead. Zayas rolls in. He's quickly out, as it is already starting to look very difficult for Secret to get any sort of footing in this game against Entity, and we're just 20 minutes in.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because this, I'm sad to say it if you want Secret to win, but this game is not getting easier for them. This is an incredible morph game. He has Alacrity. If it isn't, it's already a great morph game. He has Alacrity, Tombstone, Soul Rip, Chen heals, and an Earthshaker getting stuns for him. This doesn't get much better.
And of course also Toby's finished up a Lotus Orb.
Yeah.
So he's got that to throw down on Pure as well. They have all the tools to... Honestly, also the tools to pop up a Morphling in this state, say to a 30-minute mark in the game. But they've got this all set up at 21 minutes in.
Yeah, and they're just gonna go up high ground, and this is absolutely the correct choice. I also like the creeps on Fishman, attack speed at Tusk. Zayas just taking a ton of damage because casual spells.
Have to go for the snowball, but another quick snowball into his death. Here, brings him another kill. They'll put the fortification, but it really feels like these racks are going down no matter what. We're just 21 minutes in. And Entity getting to take whatever they want from the map. And Secret, they just don't have a response. We see the wave forming over the wall. Nisha caught by the Fisher. He's out for 50. Pure ready to continue to play aggressively here. Still 40 seconds on the Aegis. This Entity, they are coming into this grand finals as explosively as they have every other series we've seen from them in the run so far this qualified. Puppey goes down. Entity, they're not going anywhere. They're into the base, under the tier 4s. They'll turn towards Crystallis. It's going to be pretty much a team wipe on the BKB, but the sun strikes there. GG is called. Welcome to the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. We've just had a 22-minute victory here from Entity.
Radiant victory.
Well,
I mean,
Entity are here, that's for sure.
They certainly
played
are.
phenomenal.
Okay, well, that was game one there, Kazu.